Welcome to Good Old Storytelling. Here we hark back to the golden age of radio, right around the time your granddaddy was learning to jerk off. Here we have no expensive visual effects, no high-priced Hollywood actors, just good old stories to guide and inspire us in our daily lives. Our focus is to touch the heart with quality tales, not computer effects. So take out your bottle of lube and stick a butt plug up your ass. Comfortable? Then we'll begin. Duramater in I'm a Silly Twat, written by Iron Man, proofread and financed by Empresario, read by Xtina. Introduction. Ode to Duramater. Duramater is an interesting character. God knows when she joined the forum, but soon captivated our eyes with a shot of her ass. Nothing fancy you wouldn't see on a Facebook page, no bending over, sucking her own tit, just her standing in a bikini. Her 100% Korean caramel skin begging to be licked by 1,000 nerds at once. Mind you, Duramater is not a bad-looking gal, but this is not her appeal. There's something odd about her. In the West, when we think Asian girl, we think of a short, borderline retarded sweatshop worker, and at first, Duramater was no different. But, as she posted, as she showed her personality, we turned from arrogant Americans with more third-world pussy than we could possibly eat to 14th century pussy-hungry European sailors landing in the Far East for the very first time. Imagine your traditional Asian chick, sweatshop working bee with double-digit IQ who can't even be a decent fuck meat for the lack of curves. This is Duramater when you've just dropped your load. But as the weeks pass and you begin to be pussy-starved, she converts herself into a mystical oriental dancer. That silly look in her eye now reflects an inner deepness and thought. One thing that's unique about Duramater is that it's her personality that makes her the sexual object desired by so many who come across her. It's not her tits or her ass or her pretty face, it's her, the adorable little voice who will call you a cocksucking homo after she schools your ass in Call of Duty through Xbox Live. This average girl becomes a fantasy. You begin to wonder, will she cry like a mouse, like the girls in Japanese porn, or will she call you a queer for not ramming her cunt like a stallion? Will she let you do her up the ass, drop a load on her face? The difficult part in fucking Duramater is leaving her. For unlike the rest of the boring cunts out there, you are there to fuck an abstract, a personality, something only women talk about, not an ass or tits or to drop your load. She cannot be replaced. She suffers of this. All she ever wanted is a physical relationship where the guy will use her like a giant flashlight, drop his load, and run out the door. She being free to continue using her surgical equipment on live animals for laughs or whatever she does. One thing about Duramater is that is worthy of mention is her utter lack of pussy smell. This most probably is heritage of her ancestry and obsessive desire to keep her intestine tract clean by consuming nothing but mint-like herbs for a week. I imagine that in the good old American days, she would have been sold for a worthy price to pioneers. She would be forced to step in front of white men willing to pay good money for a female slave. The announcer would offer the interested buyers to walk by and take a sniff of her crotch, then compare it with the African next to her. Not a smell, gentlemen, not a smell. This Asian model looks excellent for the pioneer traveling across virgin land. She can spend weeks without wasting water for a bath and be as fresh as morning dawn. She also eats like a child and shits like a bird. Come on up, gentlemen, who wants her? You won't see another one of these mongoloids in America for as long as you live. I'm a Silly Twat, Part 1. Freud once said that all love is a manifestation of repressed sexual desire. I love to play with corpses, thus I must be a closet necrophiliac. I am not alone. Most people in the medical industry are twisted, perverted fucks you would not want inside your home. Don't believe me? Well, what well-adjusted person decides to become a doctor? No one wants to cut open people just to help their fellow man. I mean, sure, they would if necessary, but this is not their career, not by a long shot. The only reason you become a surgeon is because you just want to use a knife on people and look at their insides. This just provides a legal means where you get paid. God forbid you go out and hunt for fresh toys and be labeled a modern-day Jack the Ripper. Granted, you may be able to satisfy your sadistic impulses on a conscious victim while you slash the skin, place your hand inside, and feel the hot, bloody muscles move under your hand. Ugh. Oh God, the thought makes me wet. But one must be careful. Such hobbies may land one in jail. I appreciate my liberty. The reason I like corpses as opposed to operations is because I can break things. Granted that I would love to open a man's rib cage and watch the palpitating heart in front of me, having the knife in my hand and mouth watering at the thought of ending his existence. I am a small woman. I must get my power highs somehow, right? But as I mentioned before, for me the greatest pleasure is to feel the human body from the inside and delicately slice it with my scalpel. I love big, strong boys. I always let them know when we go out. But the thought but if the thought of having a closet sociopath whose passion is to gut his fellow man, who has channeled their passion in a profitable and legal manner to be in charge of your health and life does not disturb you, what if he has something against you? Maybe he does not like your race. Maybe he is also a faggot who hates red-blooded conservative Americans. He decides that he will punish you for not dressing him up in a pink princess outfit and parading him on a throne while shouting, "Gay pride, gay pride! We have finally understood that a man getting on his knees and sucking a dick is not shameful or comical. Hooray!" Oh yes, those queers will pay back. They will pay back big time. How would you like him to leave a small object inside of you? He knows your insurance will not pay for your checkup again, and you don't have the money to go yourself, or maybe he'll make a small cut. You won't feel it at first, but as the months and years pass, it gets bigger and the pain is horrible. You'll tell your friends that having operations themselves is a waste of time. They will end up worse than before, analyze his tragedy, and plan for the future. But please don't think I am a heartless girl. I was just not loved enough as a child. And I kind of hate my Asian look. I mean, I look at an Asian man so tiny, shy, awkward. It's pathetic. I don't want him. Gross. And then I say, is this how I seem to guys? It must be. I don't mind if a guy wants to get laid. I respect that. But it always seems that the losers want a serious relationship with me. It had to be. Long-term relationship means a possibility of children, and anyone who wants a half-Asian child must be a total social outcast. For this reason, my love of cock was not satisfied for the longest time. I saw men, but none with balls. I don't have this problem with women, though. It's understood that all she wants is pleasure, which I recommend. Best part of fucking a woman? One gets to cover each other in menstrual blood while scissor fucking. I used to pretend I just murdered my partner and I was in heaven covered in my victim's blood. But please don't think I'm heartless. I am in love with someone. A man. A sexy Jew who owns a podcast. I intend to make him mine. I'm a silly twat. Moral of the story? It's the quiet Asian girls who are the freakiest in bed. The end.